It was dark, literally dark. There was an ominous feeling about what was happening, and it stunned our community for months.
There's something inherently beautiful about natural landscapes. I think we can all appreciate that. What drew me here is that there wasn't a lot of obvious, scenic viewpoints or campgrounds or like things to go do. Why am I just driving through all this beautiful forest? My name's Gabriel Amadeus Tiller. I live here in Mill City, Oregon, and we're right on the banks of the Santiam River, in the Santiam River Canyon. I was a graphic designer until I was 30-something, and I sort of had a very early midlife crisis and decided I wanted to do something that brought more people into these outdoor spaces that I really appreciated so much. Howdy. Resilient Headwaters was really born in the wake of the 2020 wildfires. During those fires, I was actually escaping the smoke, which had spilled out for most of the state. And we're just sitting around in the garage being like, man, what's gonna happen? What's happening in that canyon right now? And what's the future for that canyon?
My name is Dino Venti. I've been doing business here now for 28 years. And for almost 28 years, I've been mountain biking here in the central Cascades and Coast Range of Oregon. When I opened up business in Salem, one of the first things I fell in love with were the people here. And then we have world-class terrain. The Greene, Pacific Northwest, loam is what we all, dream about. I think there's a sense of urgency because of the heaviness of this to make something like this really work. Those canyon fires, as tragic as they are and were, the devastation it did in the canyon has also created opportunity. The potential out there in the canyon is unbelievable. Something on a scale like this can really help the rebuild and breathe hope back into the canyon and revive it in a way that it hasn't seen since who knows when.
The night that we evacuated, the lights were flickering, and then we saw the glow from the Incident Command Center in the Gates School. My name is Sam Drivo. I grew up in a place that was really close to a natural area called Great Falls, where there's canyon, waterfalls, rapids, and it captured my heart. So I spent all my time there and built skills that have turned into my career. So after starting the Flatwater Paddling Center in Oregon City and realizing that this was going to be a business that was going to continue to grow, I had to decide where to move and what next, and the North Santiam was a perfect fit. So Oregon really attracted me, the Willamette Valley really attracted me because there's a lot of these smaller streams that are really pristine, and the Santiam in particular, you can see 15 feet down and see every pebble on the bottom. The house that my mom bought on the river, you could see the salmon spawning there every fall. You sit there and watch the salmon spawning right across the way. It's a resource that's worth preserving and protecting, and the best way to do that, in my mind, is to get people to experience it, as people don't protect what they don't know and love.
My name's Beth Dayton. and I've lived in Salem since 1992, so going on 32 years. I'm the crew leader for the Salamander crew, which is a volunteer crew that works for the Forest Service, and I also am president of Salem Area Trail Alliance, which is a nonprofit that also works with building and maintaining trails. The people that I know of that are heavily involved in the Resilient Headwaters, we didn't just like pop up out of the ground the day the fires happened. We've been doing this for a long time, and this is one more step in just sort of a natural continuum of an entire career or a lifetime. We lost something on those days, and you think the trail's gone forever, the forest is destroyed, and then when we're allowed to go out there and work, it's like, no, it's not destroyed, it's changed. And the fact that you can say, I spent a full day making it better, now I feel like there's something that can be done. This is not just a passive, sit there and deal with your grief. This is go out and say, well, what can we do? Well, we can do a lot.
I found this, just reading, there's a book that was written in the 50s about the late 1800s, about the first forest reserves before there was national forest or national parks. It actually referenced the Santiam River about having this place to recreate and, heal our souls, and it was like very poetic. That's somewhat our goal, but like I'm a little more pragmatic. I'd like to see, really see this be embraced by the community. I'm really grateful and excited about the really direct impacts that we're hoping to have in people's lives.
The legacy is not just the trails, the forests, the rebuilt homes. It's a collection of people, a community that's continually restocking. So when I lead a trail crew, I hope it's not all a bunch of us old farts, because we aren't going to be here forever. A couple of people show up that they're in their 30s and they have the same fire in the belly, and I'm like, yes, that's what we need. So it's not just a flash in the pan, and when those players disappear, the project disappears. That can't happen. Anyone who spends time in the woods just knows that instinctively, that being outdoors is a good thing. We are people of action, we're not passive. We're going to do something.
All the right people have come together. I think this could be a catalyst for the healing of that community, no doubt. When shovels actually hit the dirt, I think would just bring that feeling of newness, hope, and excitement.